In this video we will see how to fetch data from the API and display in the table. So for that you need a React project. So make sure you have Node installed, and then you can type this command npx create-react-app and project name. It will create that project, and once you open that in your favorite editor, it should look like this. Okay, so I already have project open in the VS Code, and if I go to app.js, which is our main file, right now I will start this application using npm run start. So terminal, you can open it from terminal and then new terminal. Okay, wait. So there is some error, web vitals. So go to index.js and comment this. So if you don't get this error, you don't have to comment anything. Okay, you should see this. Okay, once you run npm run start. Now I will open another terminal here, so I can install libraries. Okay, now to get the data from API, I will just rename this file ref, and I will create simple functional component function display, and then return individual hello. I will save it, and we need to export this also. Export default display. Okay, you can see like hello is being written here. It means we can modify and see the changes. Yeah, so I will use the fake API here to make the request. That is JSON placeholder, and we will make request to /users. It will return 10 users like this. So I will just copy this route. Yeah, and here what we need to do, we need to make API request to HTTP GET request to that API, right? So for that we first need a use effect and use state. So we can make request using use effect, I mean using the hook use effect, and set that fetch data to some state value. For that we need use state. So I will write that. So first React, I think not necessary, but yeah, we can import it. Use state and use effect, those two hooks we need. Okay, then I will create state variable const data comma set data. Okay, and use state. So by default I will set it to blank, right, because initially we don't have any data, so that's why. And then I will also maybe set a loading state, loading, and set loading, and by default it will be a loading true because data is not fetched, right? So it will be a true state. And I will also create one more set just in case if we need it, if we get any error, set error, and then use state null. Okay, now we will write use effect. So in here we need to create arrow function, and then it will execute only on load. Yeah, so this blank array means it will only run only once when the component loads. Yes, so now we will make fetch request to that API which we copied, this JSON placeholder. This is our API request URL, so we will make get request to this URL. Yeah. And let's do this proper way. I will store this in variable const URL. Okay, and I will also create one function called fetch data. Let's do this proper, professional way. Yeah. And it will be asynchronous function because the data may take some time to fetch, right? So maybe there is load on server, so it may take time, so this will be asynchronous. And then we need to type try catch block to see if we get an error, right? So if there is an error, we will set the error. Precisely we can set error.message, so that will be very clear, error.message. And and also finally, we need to set loading equal to false. Like once this everything happens, we need to set loading to false to indicate that this operation is over, right? So in try we will make this request, so const response equal to await. We will make fetch request to this URL which we stored at top, and then so in here we will get the JSON response, so const data equal to await of response.json, and then what I will do, I will set that state, right? So if response is okay, but we need to check like is our response has the OK state. There is no OK state, right? So this will not work, right? So we will directly set the state data. So whatever response we get, like this response, we will set to data state. So to see if that is working, right, I will just print here that whole response, so json.stringify and that whole data. So if I save this and go to our server, right, and refresh, see there is nothing, the response is blank. So let's debug why is that. So it's happening because you see we declared everything here, but it's in the fetch data function and we need to call this function also, right? So in this case technically we don't need function, but yeah, it is good idea to define that, because later let's say there is button, I mean you need to trigger this fetch action on some button or click, then you can call that call this function on that handler, right? So that will be useful, that's why I created function. Okay, let's save this. Let's save this and go there, refresh, and you can see like all the data is populated here. So this is just a console log I was trying to do, right? So that's why so we can click here. Okay, now since we have got the data here, now what we need to do is really simple, that is we need to create this simple table. So in table, yeah, we will need name, email and phone, right? And in tbody we will need, if this is loading, then show the loading state. If this is error, then show the error, and otherwise else you can map through the data. And we have ID, name, email, phone. So if I save this and go here, right, so you can see that our data is visible is in the table, right? So maybe what I will do, I will add some styling to the table so it will be more clear. Border equal to 1, then cell padding of 10, and if I save it, so you can see that this is in clear table format now. Yep. And if I go to this API, right, so that's what our data looks like: the ID, name, email, and then address, and then phone. And if I go to our website, so name, email, and phone. Yeah. So that's how you can make fetch request and showcase the data in the table. So we create a table, and then this is just a normal table heading, and inside the tbody we have maintained that if the state is loading, then we will show the loading only. So if else, basically this is if else ternary operator. If there is error, then we will show the error. Otherwise, now after these two cases, let us fix that we will have the data, right? So if I go here, right, and if I keep on refreshing, you can see like there is minor loading, right? So maybe what I will do, I will slow down the network so you can see, right? So let me a regular 2G, and let's refresh. Oh, I think this is too much slow, I guess. Let's increase it to regular 3G maybe. Let's stop it and refresh. So this is also slow. Okay, let's try good 3G then. Let's close it, refresh, and then inspect. So in network I will do this good 3G. Let's refresh. Good 3G is also, yeah, okay. So let's do 4G, so it will be more clear. So refresh, inspect. I just wanted you to show the loading state, right? So that's why I am doing this. So in network I will do now good regular 4G. Regular 4G seems reasonable, right? So let's refresh. Yeah, you can select there is minor loading thing, and then after that it appears, right?